बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स, उम्मीद है आप सब खैर आफियत से होंगे। आज फिज़िक्स मैट्रिक क्लास का स्टडी पेपर लेकर हाजिर हुआ हूं। आप बाकी पेपरों की तरह इन सवालों को भी आप कॉपी में नोट करते जाएंगे, लिखते जाएंगे और फिर इंशाल्लाह जब आप इसको अच्छे तरीके से याद करेंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छे नंबर पेपर में आएंगे। तो सवाल की तरफ चलते हैं। सेक्शन बी आपके सामने है। सेक्शन बी है एनी 8, इसमें कोई से भी 8 सवाल करने हैं। तो आपके सामने ये सवाल हैं। नंबर 1, डिफाइन SHM, सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन, राइट इट्स बेसिक कंडीशंस। नंबर 2, राइट 2 एडवांटेजेस एंड 1 डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस। नंबर 3, हाउ इज गैल्वेनोमीटर कन्वर्टेड इनटू an ammeter and voltmeter. Number 4, write 3 differences between transverse waves and longitudinal waves. Number 5, write 3 safety measures to avoid any risk of radiation hazards. Number 6, name any one of device that uses an electron beam. Also write 2 properties of cathode rays. Number 7, define the characteristics of musical sound. Number 8, write 3 characteristics of electromagnetic waves. Number 9, state Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and write its formula. Number 10, define principal focus, radioactivity, damped oscillation. Number 11, define 3 important parts of communication system. Number 12, write 3 applications of ultrasounds. Number 13, write 3 differences between analog and digital electronics. Number 14, state Joule's law and drive H is equal to I square RT. 15, define capacitance. Write 2 factors affecting capacitance of a capacitor. Number 16, with the help of a diagram, describe total internal reflection. Number 17, what is induced EMF? Write 2 factors on which induced EMF in a coil depends. 18, can a transformer work on direct current? Justify your answer. 19, how long will it take for 25% of the C14 carbon 14 atoms in a sample of carbon 14 to decay? 20, a square loop of wire of side 2.0 cm carries 2.0 ampere of current. A uniform magnetic field of magnitude 0.7 temperature makes an angle of 30 degree with the plane of the loop. What is the magnitude of torque on the loop? 21, a concave lens of focal length 20 cm forms an image 15 cm from the lens. Determine the power of the lens. Also find how far the object is positioned from the lens. 22, pendulum. Clocks with a pendulum measuring out of the passing of a second. What length of pendulum is required to have a period of 1 second? G is equal to 9.8 meter per second inverse square. 23, a transformer converts 220 volts supply into 6 volts supply. If the number of turns on the primary coil is 2200, then calculate the number of turns on the secondary coil. Number 24, how much voltage will be dropped across a 50 kilowatt ohms resistance where current is 300 microampere? Number 25, waves on a swimming pool propagate at 0.90 meter per second. If you splash the water at one end of the pool, observe the waves go to the opposite end, reflect and return in 30 seconds. How far away is the other end of the pool? Number 26, a ship uses ultrasonic pulses to measure the depth of the submarine beneath the ship. A sound pulsing is transmitted into the sea. and the echo from the seabed is received after 40 microsecond. The speed of sound in seawater is 1480 meter per second. Calculate the deepness of the submarine. 27. Three resistors of 4 ohm, 6 ohm and 12 ohm are connected in series across an EMF source of 6 volt. Find the potential difference across each resistors. Number 28. Distances in space are often measured in units of light years. The distance light travels in 1 year. Find the distance in kilometers in a light year. 29. Find Coulomb's repulsive force between two electrons at a distance of 1 meter from each other. Number 30. 100 joules of heat is produced each second in a 4 ohm resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistance. Number 31. Calculate the speed of sound in air at 50 degrees centigrade. Number 32. A sample of AC 225 originally contained 8 × 10 power 24 for nuclear. After 960 hours, how much of the original sample remains undecayed? The half-life of the sample is 10 days. 33. Calculate the speed of light in glycerine if its index of refraction is 1.47. आगे सेक्शन सी है, इसमें कोई से भी 2 सवाल करने हैं एनी टू. Number 1. What is simple pendulum? Show that the motion of simple pendulum is simple harmonic. Number 2. What is transformer and which principle does it work? Explain briefly its types. Number 3. Describe with the help of a ray diagrams the formation of image by a concave mirror when an object is placed at number 1 infinity, number 2 the focus, number 3 the center of curvature. Number 4. State Coulomb's law and drive its equation. Number 5. Explain the alpha scattering experiment of atomic model. Number 6. What is electric motor? Briefly explain the construction and working of DC motor. Number 7a. With the help of ray diagram, prove that sound waves are mechanical waves. Question 7b. State Ohm's law, drive its formula, write 4 limitations of Ohm's law. 8a. Write the construction and working of CRO. 8b. With the help of ray diagram, describe the construction and working of compound microscope. 9a. With the help of ray diagram, discuss the defects of vision and their correction. 9b. Explain the main components of CBIS. 10a. What is nuclear transmutation? What are the nuclear changes in parent nucleus when it decays an alpha particle, positive beta particle and negative beta particle? Give one example for each. 10b. State Lenz's law of electromagnetic induction. Prove that Lenz's law is in accordance with the law of conservation of energy. 11a. Consider 3 resistors R1, R2 and R3 connected in parallel. With the help of ray diagram, drive the formula for their equivalent resistance. 11b. What are logic gates? Define OR gate and NAND gate with circuit symbol and truth table for 2 input variables. 12b. Briefly explain nuclear fission, nuclear fusion and chain reaction along with relevant nuclear equations, or briefly explain electrostatic induction. Jazakallah khair.